man of wargaming. Wargaming lore and fantastic fiction. A Trench Crusade setting introduction.
The first heresy. During the First Crusade, the armies of the Church captured the Holy City. Under the most holy of temples, the Knights Templar discovered secret vaults, and within them, an ancient demonic artifact. The Templars, blinded by greed and with weakness in their hearts, fell to their knees. They had found a new lord. Seeing the unholy wisdom of which the artifact spoke, they began trafficking with devils and committing all manner of unspeakable rites. This was the first heresy. The Gate of Hell. The armies of the Church retreated, and Jerusalem became a depraved pit where hell and our mortal plane now bled into one. For 8 centuries, the Church has waged its crusade to take back the Holy City. The landscape has been utterly devastated, crisscrossed with thousands of miles of mud, trenches, and craters. The crusade is now waged with armies wielding terrifying weaponry, and both sides conjure up supernatural beings of such immense power they are nigh unstoppable. Even with such incalculable might, the armies are at a stalemate. This is the Trench Crusade. A brief and incomplete timeline of the Trench Crusade. 1099. First Crusade captures Jerusalem. The Knights Templar commit the act of ultimate heresy. The gate of hell is opened on earth, and Jerusalem is destroyed in the cataclysm. 1101, the year of 3 battles. Heretics, reinforced by the armies of the third circle of hell, conquer most of the Levant. 1102. The ancient city of Antioch is fortified and becomes the focal point of resistance against the forces of hell. 1106. Kobar becomes the first tyrant of the 66. 1109. The great sultanate of the invincible iron wall of the 2 horns that pierce the sky is formed. In the coming decades, it unifies the Islamic factions. The great iron wall of Iskandar re-emerges and is fortified against the heretics. 1117. The legendary 17 martyrs traveled to the earthly domains of hell to convert the heretics. Captured, tortured, and kept in a perpetual state of agony, they remain trapped within white-hot brazen bulls to this day. 1165. The old man in the mountain and his Hashashins defend the mountain fortress of Alamut. The castle stands to this very day, despite being besieged for hundreds of years. 1215 to 1306. The wars of Triclavianism. The Church is split and fights a fierce internal conflict. Heretic domains extend as the faithful fight against each other. Millions perish by sword and fire. 1346 to 1353. Beelzebub unleashes the Black Grail. Tens of millions are infected, becoming metastatic vessels in the worst plague in the history of mankind. The corpse wars begin. 1429. Living Saint Jeanne d'Arc drives the Black Grail from mainland Europe. 1477. The city of Argos is taken by God, and it is no more. 1503. War prophet Angelos, guided by Saint Eligius, discovers the formula of orichalcum steel. Though extremely costly to produce, the metal proves to be effective against all missile weapons and is still used to this day. 1545, Antioch destroyed utterly by a mysterious infernal weapon. 1573, Sacred Order of the Dragon halts the heretic advance after the destruction of Byzantium. 1,000,000 heretics impaled in the hills of Wallachia. 1595, walls of New Antioch completed. 1666, the year of 6 woes. In a surprise raid, the newly created heretic fleet captures Gibraltar. The sea fortress becomes the heretic base of operations against Europe. Forces of hell gain access to the Atlantic. 1670. Due to the constant coastal raids by the heretic fleet, the Crown of England begins the construction of the Fortress of the White Cliffs. 1703. Against all odds, a small force of Hebrew knights striking from their secret fortress destroy the Templar stronghold at Acre. 1805. Heretic fleet under the command of High Captain Ranga defeats the fleet of England in the Battle of the Bloodied Cliffs. Admiral Nelson is slain in combat. 1866. In the utmost secrecy, heretic scientists, aided by the demon Marbus, construct the first modern submarines. 1870. Launched from Gibraltar, the heretic submarine fleets extract a heavy toll on the merchant navies. Widespread famine ensued. 1872. Heretic forces storm the city of Rijeka. It is fortified, and heretic conquest is launched against the European mainland. 1894, the year of Broken Trinity. The Death Commandos simultaneously assassinate the Supreme Pontiff, the High Prophetess Aelia, and the Holy Roman Emperor. The faithful are thrown into turmoil. The heretic legions, commanded by Hell's nobles of the Seventh Circle and a huge vanguard of tanks, launch a simultaneous lightning offensive in the Levant and Europe. 1899, Church Space Program commences. 1907, the construction of the moving fortress of Britannia is completed. 1910, Battle of Cordoba, a bloody stalemate. Heretic artillery devastates the ancient city, but the heretic forces fail to gain access to the heartlands of Hispania. 1914, the present day. Both sides are preparing for major offensive operations. In the huge swathes of no man's land, furious skirmishes and raids increase in intensity as the faithful and heretics vie for information, powerful relics, and securing strategically important positions.
Man of Wargaming. Wargaming lore and fantastic fiction.
Loved this story? Discover more epic lore and fiction in our other playlists. Join the Legion of Wargamers and help our community thrive. Hit like, share, and subscribe.